I'm at Perfumes and thank you so much for being here. Today we'll be talking about viral perfumes. These are perfumes that were so hyped up, I bought them specifically for the hype. And we're going to be seeing if they were worth the hype or not. Started off with a very hyped Swiss Arabian Layali Rouge. This is what it looks like. This was so hyped up and I remember seeing so many videos about this, and honestly I would have bought it just for the bottle. The bottle is like the prettiest thing ever, and just look at this. Like that little glass, and I would have bought it just for the bottle. But let's talk about the scent itself. So this is a perfume oil. It has hibiscus, sandalwood, coconut, peach, rose, mango, pineapple, papaya, floral notes, and lemon. Is this worth the hype? Yes, but it also depends on what the person was saying. I feel like this was marketed to be this over. It is sweet, it is quite tropical, it's very fruity, but it also has this distinct smell to it. However, this is a perfume oil that I used to layer my perfumes, and for fruity scents and my coconut scent, I feel like it works really good. So to me, it was definitely worth the hype. Now, I have seen some people say things like, oh, it smells cheap, it smells, you know, things like that, but I don't think it smells cheap at all. I think it smells very fruity, and sometimes when perfumes smell very fruity, it can tend to smell a little bit synthetic. Yeah, when it's a little bit too fruity, and this already has so much fruits in it. It has mango, pineapple, papaya, then it has floral notes and has lemon. So because of that, it can tend to be a little bit fruity. So most times when I layer this, I layer it with perfumes that are fruity, but not like that synthetic fruity. So do I think this is worth the hype? Yes, especially for the price I was able to snag this. Is worth it a million times and more. It's just, I like it. It's a good perfume oil and it's very aesthetically pleasing as well. So this was definitely worth the hype. Another perfume I bought mainly because of the hype is Princess. This is Kilian. I don't need a prince by my side to be a princess. This is what it looks like. It's like this brown bottle and it's like this. Now, let me tell you about this perfume. When this perfume was getting hyped, people were like, oh my gosh, marshmallow, sweet, love it, oh, comfort. And they would say all these things, and I was getting FOMO so bad. I was like, am I missing out on the perfume of a lifetime? I remember doing a video and I said, oh my gosh, this has been sold out. And then it was getting discontinued, right? So everyone was freaking out, everyone was trying to get it, and everyone, those that had it, were not making it easy on us because they kept talking about it and I don't even blame them. If you have something that smells good, talk about it. This has lemon, green tea, ginger, peach, edion, jasmine, apple, marshmallow, vanilla, and benzoin. This was so hyped up. Oh my gosh, I remember when I did not have it, I would sleep and I would dream of it. And the worst part was it was sold out, and then there was news that it was getting discontinued, which it did get discontinued for a little bit. So there was news it was, and this was like I think 2 years, yeah, like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, I believe. There was news it was getting discontinued. So I had my email signed up on Sephora. If it came back in stock, I wanted to be one of the first people that would actually get it. Sephora finally had it, and I did finally get to buy it. Now, some people either love this bottle or they just hate it. That's what I've noticed. I absolutely love it. I think it's very unique. It's not the most convenient bottle, but I like it. I like it. Now, at the point when I got it, because I was so hyped up for it and the hype was intense, I don't even know what I was expecting. I was just expecting something that would blow my mind. I wanted a perfume I would smell and be like, oh, swoon, faint. That's what I was expecting, just because of the way people were talking about it. When I got it, honestly, to be completely honest, I was a little disappointed because the hype was a little too much. We could have toned down the hype a little. Everyone wanted it even after I got discontinued. Like, they had to bring it back. That's how much the hype was on this. It got discontinued, but they had to bring it back because everyone was asking for it. I feel like it's a great comforting scent. Was it worth the hype? A little bit. It's worth the hype a little bit, but I feel like it's not I'm gonna starve myself and not eat just so I can afford to buy it kind of perfume for me. I don't feel it's groundbreaking. I feel like it smells really good. It's very comforting. I love the way the marshmallow is, but yeah, the hype was a lot. The hype was a lot. And but if you're looking to try this, it's one of the most comforting scents to me. Anytime I want to feel cozy, I always reach for this. I absolutely love it. Can't get enough of it. Now that I'm like shaking it, I think I might need a backup. But why did I not start with this? A very hyped up, viral, popular perfume that we're gonna talk if it's worth the hype is Baccarat Rouge 540. How can I talk about viral perfumes and not talk about Baccarat Rouge 540? This is the perfume that everyone talks about. If anyone says, oh, perfume expensive, boom, like a light bulb, they're like, oh, you mean Baccarat? And there's so many dupes of this perfume. At this point, I'm embarrassed for those still making dupes of it, because it's not even worth it anymore at this point. But is this worth it? Let me give you the best answer to that. I need a new bottle of this. That's the dent I have on this. I think this is worth every single dollar. I think it's worth every single penny. It smells really good. I have a lot of dupes of it. I have Zara Red Temptation, I have Cloud, but honestly, I would still put this guy in the front. It's so good. Now, that price point is a little stiff, I can't even lie, but to me, it's worth that price point. It gets you compliments, it gets the job done. It's one you don't have to think about. You just grab it. It doesn't offend anyone. It smells like you're good when you wear it. You don't have to overthink it. So I think it's worth you know when your perfume makes you go but anyways, I think it's worth the hype. Perfume that was very much hype that I bought majorly because of the hype is Cloud by Ariana Grande. Now, this has lavender, pear, bergamot, whipped cream, praline, coconut, vanilla, musk, and woody notes. This was hyped a lot. I remember a lot of people talking about, oh my gosh, it smells like Baccarat, it smells like Baccarat. And I was really intrigued because this is super inexpensive and we all know how expensive Baccarat is. So if there's something that smells like it, I definitely want to try it. So I bought this, and I know there are a lot of mixed reviews with this, but I really like this one. I'm sorry, I like it. I personally like Cloud. This is my second bottle of it because the first one I used it a lot. What I really like, it's very long lasting, and that's something I really enjoy about this. I feel like we don't talk about how long lasting this perfume is. It's super inexpensive as well. This is my second bottle and I have Baccarat, but for some reason I just gravitate towards this a lot. Now, one thing a lot of people don't say about this, it does have the synthetic undertone to it, which honestly I don't mind. For that price point, I really don't mind. Really hyped up fragrance is our Rehab Choco Musk. And you see the hype around this one, I take blame for some of it, because once I found this perfume, I could not stop talking about it. I had to physically stop myself from talking about it. But this went viral. Okay, this is why I couldn't smell it for a bit there. I'm like, oh, okay, this went viral so many times. It was like, okay, what is it about this perfume? When I eventually got this perfume, I got it because it was really inexpensive. I got mine for like $9, and at that point, that was even on the high side. You could have gotten it for $7 if you waited. That's before they started hiking up the price like crazy. But to me, I would never stop talking about this fragrance because it's so affordable for how great it smells. This is one of those fragrances that I think it's truly worth the hype. I personally was not expecting to buy a perfume of $9 and have it last for 5 or 7 hours. I'm sorry, I wanted a perfume that smells really good and could be a good quick reapply or everyday or in my car kind of perfume or going to bed kind of perfume. And this is what this gives me. It's a great chocolate and vanilla scent, and the hype around it was absolutely insane. I also really acted up a lot on some of my social media platforms, so I take a little bit of the blame here. But is it worth it? I think this is worth every cent of it. It's worth every bit of the hype. And another really hyped up perfume is YSL Black Opium. As you can see, I'm actually almost done with this perfume. I'm gonna go over the notes and then I'm gonna tell you if it's worth the hype. So this has pear, it has pink pepper, orange blossom, coffee, jasmine, bitter almond, licorice, vanilla, patchouli, cashmere wood, and cedar. Ooh, I didn't know it had cashmere wood. I love cashmere wood in perfumes. I got this, literally one of the full bottles I got when I started my perfume journey, and I really liked it. Now, do I think it's worth the hype that came with it? Yes, because at that time there was no perfume, at least that I knew of, that had that vanilla and coffee combo where the coffee was not overbearing and the vanilla was just right. Now, I did not like a lot of the flankers after that. I've not tried the most recent one because I heard that one is actually great. But this one in particular, this is the OG, the first one. I absolutely adore. I cannot get, like, look at it. And I also have a friend that is obsessed with it. No matter what perfume I get her to try, she just wakes up and is like, I need Black Opium. I would never get her for my Black Opium. She always wants Black Opium. But I feel like this is one of those perfumes where the coffee with the pear and the almond, the vanilla, it's just very well blended, which makes it, it's a great everyday scent. It doesn't limit to like, oh, you love vanilla, it's just for vanilla lovers. Oh, you love coffee, oh, something just for coffee lovers. It'll kind of like just put those two things together, and that really gives it this amazing depth. So do I think it's worth the IPS? I actually think this one is worth the hype because it's a great everyday scent. It's a great kind of like level playing ground for vanilla and coffee perfume, and I really like that, and it's a great one. That was super hyped up is Angel's Share by Kilian. I almost don't want to talk about this just because I feel like I'm going to offend some people or push some buttons because of the things I would say. Now, I still have this in my collection, which means I actually like it. Now, do I think it's worth all that hype that everyone is putting on it? Not really. I like it. It's a great cinnamon scent. I feel like I'm a little biased because I normally don't like cinnamon in perfume, so that might be why this is what I think about it. I don't think it's worth all that hype we're giving it. I just don't know. There's something dusty about the dry down of this that just, it's just not taking with me. So I actually bought it originally for the hype and this beautiful bottle and the fact that it had cognac. So I had tried initial side effect that had rum and I absolutely loved it. So I'm like, ugh, I'm a cognac and rum perfume kind of girly now. So I really wanted to try this, especially with that cinnamon that everyone was talking about. Everyone was like, oh, it's a sweet cinnamon, but boozy because of the cognac. So I'm like, okay, let's go. So I got this and I think it's boozy. I think you do get the cognac. The only thing I don't like is the dry down sometimes on me can get a little bit dusty. That's not to say I don't like it. I still wear it a lot because I really like the opening. I love that cognac. I love the cinnamon when it just opens before it dries down, and I truly enjoy that about it. However, do I think this is worth that? Oh my gosh, I don't get it. Oh my gosh, no. No, I think this is a good cinnamon perfume. It's great for anyone that this actually does not dry down dusty on. If we can take away that little dusty part, this would be one of my favorite cinnamon perfumes, since it's actually my only cinnamon perfume in my collection. That dusty dry down that it tends to have, most times I don't reach for this as much as I would. So do I think it's worth that hype? It's a give or take. If you take away that little dusty part, you have me. If you don't, if you leave it there, then it's like I still like it, but I'm just going to keep enduring that dry down. But that's just me though. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I really do appreciate it. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button, like this video, share, and turn on notifications so you can get notifications when I do post a video. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah, mwah, mwah.